So, while most of you, I'm sure, have heard of the BetaMax format as is one of the competing home video formats at one time, not probably a lot of you have heard of the BetaCam format, which came in two different tape sizes, the regular beta tape and then the huge BetaCam L tape. The BetaCam format was developed by Sony in 1982 and actually remained popular with some video productions well into the 2000s. Until, people kind of got tired of having to run through tapes all the time to watch their footage when there were far more convenient digital methods available. The BetaCam format was primarily used by productions for like broadcast or submastering, which is why most consumers would never have heard of it. And the main reason I became aware of it was because I bought a bunch of Ninja Turtles concert footage which was on the BetaCam format. And yes, we'll be discussing this evil, I guess, Ninja Turtles concert footage more in depth in another video. Or should I say, Ninja Turtles. Wow, who knew Hulk Hogan had it right the whole time?
Well, we better do something quick. Okay, come on, guys, listen up. Okay, Don, I want you to go there. Okay, and Leo. Okay, Mike. And break!
Action! Where are those dudes? It's time for the sound check. We gotta do this thing. Oh man, they're moving around inside. Check it out.
A kind of funny thing is, I actually had worked with the BetaCam format once back in college for a silly wrestling game commercial project I did. Time to play the game.
What?
But I didn't realize at the time that this was a different beta rather than the old failed format BetaMax. Whatever BetaCam player we had at the school for capturing to, for some reason would skip forward a few seconds at the beginning of a tape. And I had unfortunately started recording right at the beginning, so that was gonna screw up my first shot. And the teacher said, well, I don't know, guess you're screwed. Luckily, one of my friends in class helped me to force the machine to actually play the beginning of the tape properly. Another thing you quite commonly find on BetaCam are the electronic press kits, or EPKs.
You! Ghostbusters! Leaders of this people! Destroy them!
Look up there! I'll take care of this!
Electronic press kits weren't meant for home viewing or anything. These would be shown off at some sort of press event, of course. And since the BetaCam format was primarily used for production work of some sort, getting a machine that'll actually play them these days is quite annoying. The model I ended up getting was the Sony J10. The BetaMax VCR I have is also a Sony, which is quite appropriate since Sony was behind both formats. So while these two beta cassettes have the exact same form factor, they are not the same thing at all. BetaCam has a much superior video quality compared to BetaMax. And if you're wondering if you can stick a BetaCam cassette into a BetaMax VCR, well, the answer is yes. There just isn't really a lot of point to sticking a BetaCam cassette into a BetaMax VCR. It will try to play the thing, but it's not the same format, so the BetaMax VCR can't actually read this cassette properly, so it doesn't display anything. And by the way, absolutely nothing is playing right now, yet still it's showing that there's something on the left and right channels. I don't know why. I bet the flashing 12 on a VCR is very nostalgic for some of you. But if you want a machine that can fast forward or rewind your BetaCam tapes, the BetaMax VCR can do that. Anyway, let's end this pointlessness. Give me the tape back. The BetaCam tapes survived the BetaMax VCR. So let's look a little bit more at the Sony J10, the machine that's actually supposed to play these tapes. So you'll notice the giant tape flap, and this is of course because this machine can take both BetaCam S and L. Now if you're wondering How do you know where to stick the smaller BetaCam tapes in? Well, there's little blocks here, so it'll only actually take the tape if you push it in the exact center. Listen to that lovely hum of this machine running. I don't know if it always did that. It is old at this point.
Playing back BetaCam footage in the Sony J10 is really smooth as it almost instantly switches from rewind to fast forward and play, where a usual VCR will take a second or two to switch to the other mode. Also, when you press stop on this machine, it still displays the part of the tape you are stopped on, so it's almost more like pause from a VCR. A major issue I had with this machine was quite often after running a tape for a while, the picture would get all messed up, with color distortion and the proper images going black and white. It wouldn't correct itself after it did this either, just get worse and worse. I'm assuming that as the tape is running through the machine, it's getting slightly misaligned or something, which is causing this. I'd have to eject the tape and then put it back into the machine to get the picture back to how it should look, so that made capturing a bit more annoying. I assume the machine wasn't doing that back whenever it was being used for actual production work. At least I'd sure hope not.
Where the heck is 122 and an 8?
You're standing on it, dude. Just slip it down here.
And yay, I got my tape back. Not perfectly though, sometimes this machine likes to grab the tapes, and that's kind of annoying. It's quite dodgy to ever stick these tapes in this machine, so I don't like that. There we go, get this tape open and wind the tape back in properly to the cassette. So yeah, that's not great. This machine has done this to me a few times, which made capturing the footage quite challenging. So, I actually have the Ninja Turtles movie on BetaCam format. Here's the Ninja Turtles movie on a regular BetaMax cassette, and here it is on the two giant BetaCam L tapes. These cassettes were used as NTSC submasters in 1996, so these were probably used for the second main run of TMNT on home video.
But perhaps the most disturbing silence is that coming from City Hall. But perhaps the most disturbing silence is that coming from City Hall.
Righteous! Bossa Nova! What? Yeah? Bossa Nova? Righteous! Bossa Nova! What? Yeah? Bossa Nova? Funny Mikey! Funny Mikey! And soon, I gave them all names. Leonardo, Michelangelo. It's me, Donatello, and Raphael. Does anybody have any idea about who or what this is?
Now you face the Shredder. He dies. Death comes for us all, Urokusaki.
Oops!
I haven't had a lot of luck with really either beta format. Both of these have been a pain in the ass to get to run properly. I've had to open up both of these machines. And while you just saw that the Sony J10 now sometimes likes to grab a tape on the way out, one time it was rewinding the tape and I didn't stop it immediately and it didn't break properly, so it just snapped the tape and I had to find a way to fix that so I could still run the tape and capture it. So I had to open up the BetaCam cassette, put a little tape on the tape, and then managed to get it back together, which was the toughest part. So while I was capturing those TMNT concert tapes, I had this machine at one point completely lock up on me and display an error message, which was really not very fun. When the Sony J10 had snapped the one tape because it didn't break at the beginning like it's supposed to, I had to figure out where the manual eject was, and that was really not very easy because I couldn't find a proper manual for this machine online. Eventually I found where it was though and popped the tape out.
So I had opened up the J10 here to give you a nice look at the internals and stuff, but I was soon to find out I needed the damn thing open anyway.
So even after I got that one tape it had snapped out of it, the machine still didn't want to work properly. It was only giving me that error message, so I had to troubleshoot what I was doing while not at all knowing what I was doing. My repair process involved a lot of cursing and hitting the thing. Not exactly professional. But whatever, it eventually worked. I'm a real BetaCam repair man. I hope it didn't catch this tape. That would be nice. Oh shit. Come on. Did it catch the tape? This stupid thing. Wow. Wow. Well, you can see the damn thing screwing up as we speak. It did not even get the tape there. Ah. I can't even put this tape in to demonstrate anything. The stupid thing messes up. You see how annoying this thing is? Oh, there we go. There's a red LED in the back. We know exactly what's wrong now, right? So, I wasn't planning for a live error demonstration, but there you go. Oh, this thing is so stupid. It's so stupid. All right, time for manual eject. Which, yeah, you just push this back and force it to give me the tape. Just give me the f***ing cassette. Okay, so it didn't snap the tape this time, but you can see what it did. It has flipped the tape underneath this flap, which it's supposed to be over. So that's at least an easy fix and shouldn't have really damaged the tape much. Still annoying. So, even when you get a professional BetaCam machine, you can't really trust it. These machines are quite expensive, and it's really annoying that even when you get one made by the people who made the format, it doesn't want to work right. See if turning the dumb thing off and on again makes it want to work again. Oh, we still in error mode? That cleared it. It was a lot easier this time to get rid of the error message. Even getting the tape out and turning it off and on last time, the error message still stayed. So yeah, this really makes me not want to put cassettes in here unless I'm capturing them. Luckily, I've already captured all these things.
Oh yeah!
It's still annoying, but it's okay. It's okay. We have the footage. Now, a nice thing I can say about the damn Sony J10 is since it's a professional machine, it will run both NTSC and PAL cassettes with no issue. They don't region lock these because they're not for consumers.
Though it doesn't automatically correct for the speed between the NTSC and PAL formats, so when playing a PAL cassette, it comes out like this.
It's the Stay-Puft Marshmallow! Let's show this sailor how we play downtown!
So here's a look at the little runners that push a small BetaCam tape into the correct center. So, you know, it wouldn't have any issue playing it, except it'll still grab it because it's the best. It's a pro machine. Seriously, I just really never have any luck with Beta. Oh no, Beta really is very apt. Yeah, take that, 3M. This cassette is 5M. Clearly superior then. It's got more M's. Though this tape has Pizza Hut on it. I don't know if Ampex 5M can really compete with that. Oh no, I can't believe the warranty's been voided. I should have sent this machine into Sony. By the way, this machine had been opened up well before I had it. It doesn't take very long for this machine to start to heat up either. BetaCam, it's so much fun. This cassette I have for the Getting Down Your Town graphics really is like something out of a creepypasta. First, the cover has these weird faceless people on it, and of course it's tape number 666. Maybe this is what went wrong with my Sony J10 machine. It's haunted now.